Hi, I just wanted to talk to you about the word God. You know the word God in Hebrew is Elohim, E-L-O-H-I-M or H-Y-M, Elohim. And the meaning for God in the Old Testament, Elohim, means gods and goddesses, gods or goddesses. It means male and or female, males and or females. It can be translated gods, it can be translated goddesses, depending on the context of the verse that we're looking at. And did you know that the word God in the New Testament is theos, T-H-E-O-S? And that word means gods and or goddesses. It means male or female, or males or females, or both, depending on the context and how that word is used. So I just wanted to bring this to your attention because of the implications that gives us. You know, when you translate from one language to another language, there's always that possibility you might miss some subtleties in the language barrier. And so it is from Hebrew to English, from Aramaic, or from Greek to English. And so I just wanted to point this out to you. This tells me that we have a family above who wants to be reconciled and reunited with the family below. That's us, human beings. And so it's a wonderful story, the story of redemption. You know, I say family, you know, one God, one Lord. Deuteronomy chapter 6, there is one Lord, one God, right? So the way I look at that is there's one family above. Let us make mankind in our image after our likeness. Genesis chapter 1, verse 26, 27. So God made human beings, male and female, created in the image and likeness of God. So we reflect God's image. Family. Jesus prayed in John 17, let us all be one. I am one with the Father, that we all might be one together. Now that oneness doesn't mean individual one, it means united as a family, united as one. And Adam left his father and mother and was joined to his wife and became one flesh. They're still two individual persons, Adam and Eve, but they're one flesh, married. And so it is when we join the Lord, adopted into the family by faith, we are united as one. And so one family above, united with the family below. And soon that family reunion is going to take place when we're all gathered together and celebrate the Feast of Tabernacles together in the heavenly New Jerusalem up in paradise above in heaven. Christ is coming to take us so that we'll be prepared and ready to celebrate the marriage supper of Christ. You know, we know it's a family because of the terminology, Father. Father is family. Father begot a Son, Jesus Christ, the Son of God. Then there's Mother, Jerusalem, which is free, which is the mother of us all. That's Galatians chapter 4, verse 26. Then wisdom in Proverbs chapter 7, verse 4, wisdom says, call me your sister, and understanding your near kinswoman. I'm using the King James Version. So wisdom wants to be identified as sister, and understanding is our near kinswoman, our near close relative, a woman. And in wisdom in chapter 8 of Proverbs says that she was born. She says that twice. She was brought forth. Before the hills were settled, before the earth was created, she was brought forth. She was born. And so that implies she had a mother. And I'm just suggesting that we take a look at these verses and consider the meaning. There might be some real gems, real valuable gold here if we just take a look. And rather than just ignore it, pretend it doesn't exist, or explain it away, look at what it says and consider if God is revealing something here to us. Anyway, may you be blessed in your knowledge of God, and may you be blessed in your faith. And we see time is coming when we're soon going to be reunited with God. If we're faithful, we can see His face. If not, we'll have to die the second death. No man can see God and live in our mortal earthly condition. We have to be born again, born in the Spirit for one thing, and we're going to have to put on immortality before we can actually see His face. Otherwise, we'd have a nervous breakdown. Our flesh just can't handle the glory, the beautiful glory of God, His innocence, His purity, His loveliness. Our system would just collapse because of our guilt and shame, and because of our physical body our nervous system could not handle that full revelation of God and His glory. Jesus had to temper it down. He had to hide His glory. It did manifest on the mountain of transfiguration when Jesus was glorified in front of His apostles, His disciples. He saw Him, the sun shining through Him, His clothing white as snow. He saw Him as a glorified saint, as a glorified divine being. And soon we also will put on that glorious immortality. When our bodies are changed in a moment, in the twinkling of an eye, our bodies are going to be transformed, and we will be like Him. In spirit and character, we will be like Him because we're commandment keepers. We obey His voice. We do what He tells us to do. And this conforms us to His image, a godly image of righteousness, holiness, purity, goodness, mercy, forgiveness, kindness. We want to sit beside Him in His kingdom. We want to be close to Him and see His face and talk to Him. Okay, God bless you.